horrible.
You said,
Whoopi, you know
you
what's
said,
horrible?
Tempers reached a boiling point backstage at The View between Whoopi Goldberg and TV judge Jeanine Pirro.
She started cursing at me.
She stopped and put her finger in my face and yelled, "I've done more for victims than you ever will."
Today, we're going to break down an old conflict between TV presenter Whoopi and Jeanine Pirro. What really happened there? Let's find out together.
Some few choice words I cannot repeat.
Both TV personalities spoke about the screaming match today, offering she said versions of what happened.
She said, you, you. And I said, Whoopi, did you just say you? I mean, she was right here. And then she said, get the out of this building.
So, looking at one version of it, it was very tough. The way Whoopi got blown out is weird. The way I think you should keep your cool, especially with a guest.
She did leave here cursing at the people who booked the show. She cursed at the guys who do the security for the show.
The backstage blow-up took place moments after the two high-powered women butted heads on The View, when Goldberg became upset after Pirro, who's a big-time supporter of President Trump, accused her of having Trump derangement syndrome.
You know what I think. Whoopi Goldberg is the maximally incompetent person in terms of politics, and it is definitely not for her to judge who has Trump syndrome. Why she allowed Jeanine Pirro to say that about Jeanine Pirro is beyond me.
You know what's horrible?
What's
when,
horrible
when the president
is
of the
we
United
run
States
sanctuary
whips up
cities.
people to beat
No.
the hell out of people.
No.
Say goodbye.
The newly coined term has been everywhere across the airwaves.
Trump derangement syndrome.
Trump derangement syndrome.
This is truly the Trump derangement syndrome.
Trump derangement syndrome.
Goldberg expressed regret for what happened backstage.
I rarely get stirred up, but I got stirred up yesterday. I did apologize for getting hot. I said it doesn't happen often. Every 10 years, it seems.
That was abuse, and it was sad. It was a sad moment.
Did you just point at me?
Yes.
Listen, I don't have Trump derangement. Let me tell you what I...
Judge Pirro says a producer from the show did call later to apologize.
This sounds like some kind of circus to me. What was the problem with behaving more calmly and not throwing such words around? Goldberg often allows herself to talk nonsense, and it is a pity that she never apologized for all her words.
What happened?
Okay, so I'm invited to The View to talk about my new book, Liars, Leakers, and Liberals, The Case Against the Anti-Trump Conspiracy. And, you know, the publisher said, you want to go to The View? I said, of course I'll go to The View. I like Whoopi. I like them. I mean, I have no problem talking about my book. So I go there. And, you know, the first segment was relatively calm. And, you know, I got the transcript. And one of the things I said was, one of the things we need now, we need people to talk to people who ostensibly hate each other. It's time we sat down and had a conversation. And Whoopi, you know, interrupted and said, now? Oh, I'm so glad. But anyway, that was almost prescient.
And so, we began to realize from first-hand accounts that the conflict had erupted out of almost nothing. According to Jeanine, she just wanted to bring people together and share this idea. And what happened next? Let's see.
The second segment, after some small talk, I mean, we had, you know, I was making small talk. I was, you know, happy to discuss my book, right? And then we came back, and it was, you know, no holds barred. Whoopi got angry, and what the viewing audience, the television audience, didn't see is that they popped up the cover of my book as she pushed off the desk, you know, unplugged her mic, and then stormed off the set. So I'm there saying, you know, I'm in television. I said, I don't think the segment's over, but I think she just left, Jeanine. I think it's over. So I take off my own mic, and then you have to go down the stairs. I go down the stairs, and she's right there. And I said something like, Whoopi, you know, I spent my whole life fighting for victims, because we had talked about rapes and all that. And she said to me, as she got up in my face, and I read somewhere someone said, well, you should have kept walking. I couldn't walk by her. She was at the bottom of the stairs. She says, F you, F you. And then I said, did you just say F you? And then she said, get the F out of this building, get the F out of this building. So I'm there, and I'm like, okay.
You know, I always knew Whoopi Goldberg was a little weird, but not this weird. Because of her political beliefs and unwillingness to compromise, she has paid such a black glory about herself, and to me, it's a bad way to hype and PR. Friends, what do you think about this? Write your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to watch other shocking news on the channel.